USF was in action this past Saturday at Maryland. Maryland won the game 35-17. USF has an open date this week. Their next game will be October 2nd against Memphis. Coach, thanks for joining us on the call today. If you would take a minute to tie up the game against Maryland and tell us your plans for the open week as you get ready to face Memphis on the 2nd, please.
Well, in the Maryland game, our guys came out and started the game off defensively with a nice interception and got on the board first, and then we just had a lot of lack of execution on the football field. And when you're on the road and on the road against a good team, you got to play better. You can't flinch, you can't get rattled, and I didn't think our guys really dealt with being behind on the road. It showed a lot of our immaturity with our football team, and we just got to get better and lock in, and more importantly, we got to execute. We had some plays there that we just lack of execution that really did us in, and we got to get better at doing those things.
3 questions for Coach Taggart, please. Star 1 on your telephone to join the queue. The operator will introduce you.
We have a question from Dan Tortora with Dan Tortora Broadcast Media.
Hey, Coach. Pardon me.
Hey,
how you doing today?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. You had spoken about the fact of the early interception, getting on the ball, or getting, ahead first out there in this past game that you just had. But you said, when the team went down on the road, that you saw a lack of maturity. Where did you see that, and how did you address that going forward?
Well, it's just from an operation standpoint, getting on the going out on the field and executing. We didn't execute. We didn't run plays with confidence. And I think when you're on the road and you're in games like that, you have to play confidence. And a lot of that just in your preparation and being sure what you're doing, but more importantly, being excited about those tough opportunities and tough challenges on the road. And this bye week that we're in, there's a lot of focus on executing. Executing the little things that we do, get back to the fundamentals. I think I felt like our fundamentals went out the window in that game, and it cost us big time.
And then when you look at your quarterback, Quentin Flowers, just what you can say he's been able to do, what the biggest things are through these first few games that you've been able to take away from him when you went up against Florida State. There was a lot of respect that came from Jimbo Fisher for him. Just what you can say about him at this point.
I think Quentin's getting better each and every week. I think that's one thing we're seeing as we watch the film, and he's getting more comfortable with what we're doing, and that's going to pay off big time for us. I think each and every week he's just going to continue to get better. New offense, what we're doing, and he's getting through some of the kinks. I think he's going to continue to get better and help this football team out tremendously.
Thanks. I appreciate it, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a question from Joey Knight with the Tampa Bay Times.
Willie, aside from just getting back to fundamentals this bye week and working on your execution, is there anything specific that you feel like you really need to address this bye week after watching the Maryland tape?
I think those things that we just talked about, fundamentals and execution. You look back in those games, that's what killed us the most is executing the plays. You can't have drop balls and you can't have missed tackles, and we got to get back to doing those things. When we do those things well, we're a good football team, and for us offensively, we got to make them all count when those opportunities come for us, and being disciplined as a football team.
And did you come out of the game healthy? Any significant injuries?
No, we're pretty healthy. We came out of it pretty healthy, and to be good, we'll get some guys back that didn't play in that game that could have helped as well.
Thanks.
And we have a question from Joey Johnston with Tampa Tribune.
Willie, how does the preparation change when you have 2 weeks to prepare for an opponent?
Well, I think for us, again, you got to go back and look at what you're doing well and what you're not doing well, and evaluating those things and making sure we doing what's best for our players and putting them in the best position to go out and execute at a high level and get it done. So getting those fundamental things down and being sound at what we're doing and making sure we have the right guys doing those things. So I think that's one thing a bye week does for you, give you a chance to reevaluate a lot of the things that you're doing and making sure we're putting our guys in the best position to go execute.
I mean, in terms of the opponent, Memphis, just the sheer fact that you have more time, does that give you any kind of additional edge?
I wouldn't necessarily. It just give you more practice time, and guys can see things a little more than what they got in just a regular week, But for us, again, for me and our football team, we just got to get good at some of the things we're doing. This bye week's going to help us. I think what it does more than anything is let you understand the opponent a lot better, But at the end of the day, guys still got to go out and execute what we're doing, offense, defense, and special team in order to get the job done.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions for Coach Taggart, please? Hey, Coach, thank you for your time today. I look forward to talking to you again next Monday.
Hey, thank you very much.
Okay. Coach Willie Taggart from USF. The Bulls, again, with an open week in action.